Next topic is, if you had a time machine, what would you go back and change? We're gonna start.
Ooh-wee.
We're gonna start with Antonio since he
Oh man,
got here.
yeah, man, I gotta come back with that one, man, because hey, that's a really good question, though, man. I gotta think about it. I ain't gonna front.
Mm.
All
Yeah,
right.
first.
I'll circle back, Pat.
Ramel, go ahead.
If I had a time machine, I'll go back to when I started working at a club called Fahrenheit. Me and you, Pat, used to work there together.
Uh
We
huh.
used to make so much money at that nightclub.
Yeah, we
So
will make
much money.
money there.
That if I would have gone back, if I had the mentality I have now, I'd probably have like two houses, three businesses. That's how much money we used to. That's how I feel.
And let's not talk about club days, boy.
Wish I had a time machine for
If I
that.
had a time machine,
Boy.
it would be very simple. I was investing in Apple. I was investing in Amazon, and I let the rest.
Mm,
I let the
That's a
rest.
fact.
And I would spend more time with my family. I would have more time because I would be a billionaire investing in Amazon. So not really much for me. I would spend more time with family and make some sound investments. That's really it.
I would go. I would go away to school. I think that was my biggest thing. I would go away to school and play ball. That was my. I think I missed the college experience. I would say bouncing was my college experience though, but as
you said
far as like
what?
the
Bouncing?
partying, yeah, as far as the
Oh,
partying and the girls and I mean, you learn a lot bouncing. So I mean, but
right,
as
right.
far as like, you know what I'm saying, that aspect of most of my friends are in the bouncing world. I don't really have college friends, you know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of people our age, the friends that they solid with now, a lot of them are like their college friends, people that they bonded with in school. So I would have went away to school. I think that's one of the biggest things I would have did. Away to school.
Tosh.
Mm,
For me, I would probably go back to like I want to say probably around like when I graduated school. And I would say that because I would try to change my esteem. I had horrible self-esteem when I was in my younger years. So I feel like if I would have changed that, I think I would have done a lot more things. I was really terrified to do a lot. So that's what I would try to change.
Matia.
Where do I begin? Shit. Um, yeah, yeah. I think when it comes to family, I think there was one situation that I probably will regret that my father had brought to my attention. It was right before my grandmother passed. She was I was living in Atlanta and I came home for like a whole month. And my grandmother was, she was dying from breast cancer, but I didn't think it was that serious. Like I didn't know how far along she really was. And I spent like that whole month going to see everybody, partying, doing a whole bunch of stuff. And then like I had went to Soho for a family member's birthday party to get a dress, and my dad was having surgery on his eye. And I ended up getting pulled over, getting a ticket and all this stuff. And I didn't go see my grandmother, but I picked my dad up. And I did get to see my grandmother before she left, before she passed, whatever, like before I left and went home. Because it was like I went, I seen her, I kind of knew that was what it was. And then a week later she passed. So he always would be like, you were spending more time running the streets and doing other things when you could have went to go see your grandmother that day. So I think if I could go back, I would have spent more time with her. I would have appreciated the time that she gave me my whole life, raising me. I think I would have, like skipping forward, I would have moved to Atlanta a lot differently because I kind of ran away. And I would have kept certain people. Like, I'm so glad my friend Todd is up here, but like, yo, like, I think if I would have stayed more conducive to the friends that I made organically instead of making friends through other people that weren't genuine, I would have probably stayed in Georgia. And then like when it comes to music, I think I would have took my ego out of it and put more work into my craft versus like thinking that because I had the voice that was all that I needed when there was more to it than what needed to be done. I think a lot of times you just kind of you foresee your life a certain way, and then when it goes in a whole 180 of what you imagine, you do look back and say, damn, like if I could have did things different, like what would have happened if I would have still be living in Atlanta and I didn't come back home to New York. I think about those things. So yeah, I would change a lot of stuff, but then at the same time, the things that change me is what makes you better. You know, the decisions you make, you know, you learn from them, you grow from them, and then you move forward. So I think that as much as I would want to change things and go back and do things differently, like at this point, it's already written.
Emmy?
I was thinking for an answer. I was thinking about an answer.
I
I
can go ahead. I can go ahead and go real quick.
And you can wait. Emmy?
Ooh. So you
The
was
hell?
setting me off, Antonio. I would just say spend more time with my Gammy. With my I would spend more time with my grandmother because I miss her. I still think about her and I dream about her all the time. Yeah, nothing deep. Go ahead, Tonio.
Antonio? That'd be good. Cutting people off and shit.
Nah, man. Nah, I was trying to give her an assist.
Wait, hold on. I got an answer. No, I'm sorry.
It's stupid, man. Y'all tripping, man. Now I think for me would be more like I think when I was like a little kid, my family and I, we travel a lot. And I think as I got older, you know, I think my whole entire focus just started to change more about me. And I feel like I really I didn't take advantage of the opportunity that I could have had. Like I could have done a little bit more travel with my parents as I got older. And I think my siblings, you know, I regret not having that relationship with them when I was younger. I think as I got older, I started to really appreciate, you know what I'm saying, the relationship that I have with my brothers now and my sisters. So, you know, I think for me it was just like really going back, wishing that I did a little bit more traveling, a little bit more time spent with the family. That's pretty much it.
Tiffany?
Oh, I lived in Brooklyn. I lived off of Sterling and Franklin Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was paying like maybe $670 apartment. And I was there when like the first white person moved into the neighborhood and everybody was like, oh, it's about to change. I would have probably made a better investment. I would have purchased something because at the time the buildings were cheap. They were like 100,000, 150. Yeah. West Indians were selling, you know, my parents are Jamaican, so people were just selling their houses and moving to Florida as they got older. I would have definitely invested my money if I would have listened to one person who told me to invest my money and wanted to go in and have me put money down and buy a house, put the house in my name and put half of the money in, I should have did it. But I didn't, but it's okay. But I definitely think about that all the time.
Midnight?
For me, it has to be two things for me. I'll probably tell my younger self to not have kids so young. I think my life would have been different. I don't regret having my kids. I love my kids, but I just would have told myself to like be a teenager, live life. You know what I'm saying? I think I would have been in a different life at the moment. And also, it would be to spend more time with my mother. My mother passed away last year. I don't know if everybody know that or not. So I didn't spend as much time with her as I should have. So I still kind of feel bad for that and shit like that. So that shit eats me up every day. But
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandmother freaked me the hell out before she died. I ate that. Got everybody? Did I miss anybody? Sleeps here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
Oh,
gonna keep it a buck with you. I probably would have furthered myself in boxing because I was vicious in boxing, but I never went further with it. I'm gonna keep it. I'm not even gonna lie, and I'm a workout artist, so I know how to work out. So
that's what's up.
Yeah, that's probably
a workout artist, not a physical trainer. I was lit.
I'd have took up boxing real serious because I got into it at an old age, like boxing, and I loved it. And I was like, yo, what the fuck was I doing when I was in my 20s? I was bugging.
it's a relief, not to hurt somebody. It's just a relief training, and it's just a relief training.
I just loved it. I love it. So yeah, I probably would have been a fighter. Y'all probably would have seen me on TV scrapping it out.
Yo, we always Yo, me and Ramel used to rip up money and start working. Yeah, retarded. Yo, when you think about how retarded you were when you was young, like there was so much money being made. What? How long ago was this? 20 years.
Niggas dripping up money. That's crazy.
Yo, me and Ramel ripped up
Yo.
$800 and started working one night. Just left that shit on the floor. Just dumb, like money, stupid shit. Like
Yeah, I was in the club when they used to throw the money. I know they do it in Atlanta, but they used to throw the money in the air. You just throw it when Lil Wayne was like, people just be throwing their money in the air.
I did that too.
Yo,
Yeah,
remember
been
that
there.
night we was out? Yo, remember that night we was out, Pat, and we was throwing the money, and Braylon Edwards was in the joint, and his man was picking the money up off the floor and putting it in his pocket.
I wish I was doing that. I've been picking it up
Yeah,
too.
you smart shit.
I did that same shit.
Or would
I did
have.
that shit in the strip club
That
before.
nigga put his big ass foot over all them dollars and just slid out the room.
I'm telling you.
What?
He had a big ass like pendant, like this big.
Yeah.
I was like, yo,
Tripping.
that chain gotta be fake, cause ain't no way you got a chain that big. You picking the money off the floor. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Was
Nah,
it-
he's
wasn't
smart,
that the
man.
fake
He's
football
smart,
player?
man.